Streets and Scholars, Alex Alonso, and the mayor is in the house today for another episode of Streets and Scholars. And before we get into it with Munchie B, I want to let everybody know we are streaming on all platforms: iHeart, Google, Apple, and all of the podcast platforms. But let me remind you guys, if you're listening to us on the Apple Podcast, please leave us a rating and review. And I'll be sure to tap in with all those comments on the Apple Podcast platform, and tap in with the Streets and Scholars Instagram page. That's streets.and.scholars. And I got my boy Munchie B from out the eye, from out the city of champions, from what's that line you have from where the ancestors on Manchester are. That's a cold line.
I'm on Manchester with my ancestors.
I'm on Manchester with my ancestors, man. Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm Geechi. What's going on, man?
Hey, man, it's always good to see you in good spirits, man, because I know you've been through a lot during the past decade of your life, but, man, you always seem to be in good spirits. But I know sometimes, man, I guess things do feel down because of everything you went through, man.
Oh, yeah. I don't cry over spilled milk. I step over it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's incredible. I had an uncle when I was a little kid. He was paralyzed, and when I was born, he was in a wheelchair already, and he was always the happiest man in the room. And I used to say when I was 4, 5, and 6 years old, he died when I was 6. I used to be like, damn, Uncle Jimmy, he's the happiest man in this motherfucking room, and he can't walk, you know? And he never really showed that.
Yeah, no, I just gotta keep good spirits. I got kids and all that stuff. I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm down and letting what happened X amount of years mess with me, and then I'm affecting them. You know what I'm saying? I can't be doing all that shit.
Oh yeah, that's real talk, man. Because you gotta also be there and show strength for those.
I'm the leader of my family, 2 daughters. That's how I'm. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I ain't got time to be, you know.
Yeah, man. I just want to say I miss my Uncle Jimmy. He passed in 1976. When I was 6 years old. I ain't never forgot him. He was only in my life for like a couple of years. I only have like 2 years of memories of the guy, but I always think about him from back in the day. But hey, man, you got this podcast going, man. Rich at Heart. Everybody's tapping in. Everybody's loving it, man. Tell me how that's going.
Shout out Mariah, Smart Hayes. It's going cool. Everybody giving their feedback. They messing with it. We covering all topics. We just ain't being boxed in. Rappers, we got Ron come tell his story, you know what I mean, because he got a story to tell, you know what I'm saying. So I've been loving it though, and then I'm getting recognition in a different like this go around, you know what I'm saying. Everybody like, oh, okay, you doing a podcast, I'm effing with it, versus I done did some stupid shit on the other side and I'm getting passed on the back for that. So yeah, no, I'm happy with the podcast for sure.
I think that was let's talk about that interview. That's a very powerful interview. It was very powerful when Skip Townsend had you guys on his platform, because as you said in the interview, you're from the other side of the tracks. You know, you're from the city of champions. He's on the other side in the Crenshaw Hyde Park area. Really, are bordering sections. Even though this is 2 different cities, it's bordering neighborhoods. Literally bordering neighborhoods that have been going at it with each other probably for 45 going on 50 years, somewhere around there. You know, this probably started in the early to mid 70s. And to have Ron, not just any old guy from over there, but to have Ron on the podcast, what was that like?
It was cool, and if I am going to interview somebody from that, from the other side, period, I would much rather it be somebody that got some respect over there, you know what I'm saying, and have been through something that I respect. I don't want to be across from somebody that I ain't really respecting like that, you know what I'm saying. I know he done been through it then, you know, like you said, him and we met through Skip, and then, you know what I'm saying, we just hit it off though, cause he cool peoples, man. I rock around, and he genuine, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, when you was on there with Skip was sort of like mediating, kind of like the middle guy between the conversation. But when you had him on Rich at Heart, it was really just like a one-on-one with Mariah, you know, throwing in some questions too, which was like a whole different type of energy that you guys had on that episode.
Yeah, but like I said, like when I'm in the pen and I'm with rolling 60s or whatever, dudes from the other side, we gotta coexist with each other, or we talking because we here. We can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You can sell over from me or something, but now he pulled up. It's by option. I'm interviewing them and we dialoguing and we chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? And then we got our own relationship also. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in a free world where it's by option. I ain't forced to be side by side with him because it's on with the Hispanics, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But no, I rock around here. He a real one for sure.
And I know he actually really appreciated that interview with you. I mean, I spoke to him, one-on-one after, and he really liked the vibe, the questions. It's different from, he did a Kev Mack interview and he did a Spider Loc interview, and those interviews kind of were geared towards more him being a 60, him being a Crip. But with you, it was sort of like just a whole different type of conversation.
Like a lifestyle interview, you know what I'm saying? Him coming home. He then went to France since he been home, you know what I'm saying? Was out there for 10 days. So he working and he out here. Like, it's more to talk about than the jail chapter. We done heard that in the other interviews, you know what I'm saying? I heard about him squabbling the Playboys, him going, you know what I'm saying, to the pen, and the stories at the Word on Wheels when they getting down with the schoolyards. And I heard about all that, but you know what I'm saying, we want to tap into something different because it's more than that. He been home for some years now, so he got more to talk about. His memoirs, you know what I mean, because he had a journal while he was in prison. Come on, me about to try to put that into a movie form, and then that's how the whole Birth of a Crip thing came up, and they thought, let's do the story with Raymond Washington, you know what I'm saying, which he's the nephew, you know what I mean? So like it was more to talk about other than just the regular 60 talk, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know you from 6-0.
Yeah, briefly talk about like what were the responses from people who you knew, who you grew up with from your area after the Ron interview dropped.
Oh, I had good responses. And a lot of people like proud of me that I was able to sit there and communicate, you know what I'm saying? And then the type of interview that, like you said, we gave, it was different. I got good reviews.
Yeah, shout out to Ron, man. And what's crazy is Ron's already now been on my platform 3 times. He did the Spider Loc interview on Facts Over Feelings. He did your Rich at Heart episode, and then he sat down to do an official StreetTV. So that's crazy. I've had Ron on here 3 times in like 1 month.
Yeah, and then I wanted to make sure to stay away from the typical. Everybody wanted to know about the Brick Baby 600 Cowboy stuff, you know what I mean? I know he ain't trying to hear all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I had to slide it in there, and I just committed him on how he answered when Spider Loc brought it up, because I don't think nobody else could have been able to like tackle that question the way he did. And he did it to where he didn't offend nobody, and he was politically correct, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, he did that though.
Yeah, he also gave a very respectful, politically correct answer when Spider asked him about the rumors about you, if he thought they was true. And I don't think you can get a better answer.
Oh yeah, because he from that section, and the real ones know, they know the real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they already know the real. There's so much more to that maybe one day people will learn. But you also did an amazing interview on another podcast, which I really like, the Boss Mack podcast with Boogaloo. Talk about that interview.
Oh yeah, shout out Boogaloo, man. Boogaloo and Ash Bash came over here and did it. So we went over there, me and Mariah, we did it with them, you know what I'm saying, with Boss Mack. We had fun over there. As everybody could see, I was super faded, you know what I mean? So yeah, Boogaloo, that's my good peoples though, so you know, you have to pull up, return a favor.
Yeah, I didn't even know you drank like that. I guess you was on that Douce.
It was too much they had it at your disposal. I'm like, I'm in here.
I think I heard Boss Mack say, man, that's my bad for letting you sip on that much Douce.
Yeah, man, shout out Boss Mack, man. I'm going to come back and visit and drink with you again.
Okay. Yeah, and he actually gave you and Mariah some dope hoodies, man. Those hoodies look real nice, too.
Oh, yeah. When this next episode air, they go see it, the Boss Mack sweatsuit. You know what I'm saying? Me and Mariah rock that. You know what I'm saying? Good looking out again, Boss Mack.
Oh, yeah, those were pullover hoodies, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, but those are real nice.
And it was quality.
Yeah, definitely top quality fabric. Just the whole manufacturing of it. It don't look like just some slapped together hoodie.
Yeah, no. It was fly. Everybody go check it out on my Instagram. It's posted. You know what I'm saying? MB_the mayor. It's a flick of me and her in this merch. Go check it out.
So now that you've been on this podcast with Rich at Heart, what's up with the music? Because I remember you gave me a song to use for the intro. And that song is hard. And now everybody's asking about it. And people are going to eventually say, hey, what's up with the music? Because I go to some of your music videos and some of the stuff you've done in the past, and people are saying you're one of their favorite artists out of L.A., out of the L.A. area.
Yeah, I ain't been dropping in a minute. I got a hard drive full of music. I just need to upload and let it go. I've been occupied with, like, you know what I'm saying, family stuff, and then I'm Rich at Heart right now, and that got my attention, but I'm going to start letting it go, though. But that song on the intro, that's me, my boy Dizzy, and Rucci, you know what I'm saying? Make it out. You know what I'm saying? That's on the intro and the outro, the Rich at Heart podcast. But I need to do one for Streets and Scholars.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Streets and Scholars needs a song. I've been thinking about that for a minute. Just been busy with it. Do you plan on doing a video for Make It Out?
Yeah, I plan on doing a video. I got to wait because Rucci, he the most busy, you know what I'm saying? He be moving around. So when he slow down, we go put it together for sure.
So is Rucci the most active artist out of the eye right now?
In my opinion, he the most consistent. Yup.
Okay. Did he make the rap report card by Dijon?
Yeah, I don't remember his grade, but he on there.
Okay.
He on there. Nah, I got a couple songs with Rucci.
Yeah, but that song definitely needs a video though.
Right. No, we go put it together though.
I thought it was hard how you threw in that phone call, that jail. That sounded like a jail call at the end.
Yeah, that's my boy One Punch, Inglewood NHP. You know what I'm saying? He was like proud of what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my boy. Shout out One Punch, bro. Lil One Punch NHP.
And he's home now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He did like 17 years.
Now let me ask you, when you put that song together, what made you throw in a jail call in the outro of that song?
It was all one. Like when it was recorded, it was all one. I just broke it up, but cause it fit. The song was already done, but I ended up going back later, putting that audio with that. You know what I'm saying? Cause it fit though, like the whole vibe, the whole feel of the song. So I threw it in there.
Yeah, that's. I think that's one of your. I think it's one of your best songs. You know, if you can go back to shout out your YouTube page so people can check out your catalog.
Oh yeah, my YouTube channel, Munchie B 3400, Munchie B 3400. But see, a lot of that game, like it's like gang bang music, and I got a whole different, you know what I'm saying? Like the song that's on the intro, so I got to start letting stuff out like that so they can know I got different stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? Because they hear like, where you from? I'm on the song with Joe Moses. You know, we banged out on that one. And then you got Nothing But Bloods with Slim 400. We banged out on that one, you know what I'm saying? So like every time I get on the song, that everybody hear, I'm on some gang shit, but I got other shit too though.
Now, do you deliberately want to kind of move away from being banged out on the music, or do you like doing that music? Because I remember when Nipsey came out, he came out with these 3 mixtapes, Bullets Ain't Got No Name, volumes 1, 2, and 3, and he was pretty much banged out on those. But as he moved on in his career, he didn't do that type of music, and I think that's part of his success as well. You do the banged out stuff to make a name for yourself, and then you kind of transition into some other styles.
I'm gonna still do the gang music, but at one point I was like making songs like on some banging on wax stuff, dissing people's hoods. I ain't doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna still like the street element things. But the reason why I want to do the other type is just to show people I could do it. Cause if somebody hit me like hop on this song, it's off the rip. It's like I'm like, dang, I could do other shit. You know what I'm saying?
So what's your opinion of Make It Out as what I said? I thought it's one of the better songs you've put together. Where do you put it? Where do you place that song in your catalog?
It's up there, but I got a lot. I gotta let you hear him though, but I just ain't let him go. Like that song is on the intro, but we ain't uploaded it and let it go yet. You know what I'm saying?
So how much music do you actually have that we've never heard?
A lot. I got a hard drive full, and I got a computer full at the studio, at 2 different studios. You know what I'm saying?
Does the music get old if you don't put it out, or does it stay is it the type of music that'll still feel new when we hear it? Because sometimes you're using maybe some sort of auto-tune style that was hot in 2015, but no one's doing it in 2023. Or how do you put out old music in a different time period?
Everything I got to still be, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't talking about no specific clothing that was probably out. If I did a song 3 years ago that ain't popping now, I'm like, man, we ain't wearing that no more. You know what I'm saying? Anything I'm talking about in the song is gonna be, it's timeless. It still relate to what's going on in 2023, even if I did it 2019. You know what I'm saying?
So you're not like dissing a DA like Jackie Lacey who ain't even in office no more, like type stuff like that.
I go after law enforcement. I go in the song. I'm talking about. I'm not dissing the 60s, the Rollin hundreds, the 9-0s. You know what I'm saying? But I get on some F the police type shit. You know what I'm saying? F the DA and the judge, and yeah, I'll do that.
So you wouldn't even diss the Stinc team?
I got a gang of songs dissing them dudes, but I ain't put it out yet. But and I still might. See, I diss them. I diss them. Because
they're not really a gang, right?
Yeah, they're not a gang, and they look. Put it like this: I'd rather sit on Slauson and Crenshaw and share a sandwich with a 60 than do a song with any of them dudes based on the disrespect. You know what I mean? Because when my homie died, you know, they was being disrespectful in their music. So, you know, when Draco died, I returned the favor. I did the same thing they did. You know what I'm saying? But they never see who throw the rock first, though. They, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the song you put on your YouTube channel where you have a thumbnail where you're hanging from a sign, it's a Slauson sign.
Yeah, I got like 3 songs that's on YouTube disrespecting them dudes or whatever. And I got more, and I don't care about, you know what I'm saying, disrespecting them, because where was they morals at? You know what I'm saying? When my homie died, and they got family members that still living and gotta hear about these dumbass songs y'all putting out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, Nipsey wasn't one of my favorite people, but I wouldn't disrespect him in a song. He wasn't doing what they did.
Yeah. I don't think Nipsey dissed anybody after he dropped Bullets Ain't Got No Name. That might have to do with Big U, because Big U kind of guided that early career, and he knew this is not where we're not gonna just be dissing hoods, you know, on every mixtape.
I never heard Nipsey diss a hood on a song before, but you could tell he like referenced certain things. But yeah. I never heard him diss a hood or anything.
Well, according to Lil Sody, rest in peace, he had diss. He said, I've never actually listened to the song. I should have went back.
He said
he dissed him.
Pussy get beat the fuck up like Sody. Yeah, that's what he said in the song. Yeah, but he didn't diss no hood. He did, that was some, like, I look at that like some rap shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it wasn't hood stuff.
He didn't diss like Trey Gangster or nothing.
Yeah, that's and I understand where you're coming from, because of you guys got some personal animosity going back and forth with them dudes. But they're not even a real thing now, or are they? You don't really hear anything about them. You don't hear nothing, like they're not moving around.
They trying to stay afloat, but it's like you know, the Jackson 5 ain't nothing without Michael. Like Draco passed away, so they really ain't got no motion like that.
Now, before that whole situation happened, did you ever listen to his music, and was he cool at one point?
I didn't cool with me.
Just a cool, like,
'cause I never knew none of them dudes personally, but I think the music that like Draco did prior to him catching the case was better, because he was rapping about ling ling bopping and burglarizing people's houses and shopping at Neiman Marcus and crashing foreign whips. But then eventually he turned into a serial killer in his music, talking about guns that don't exist and, you know, shooting malls up and killing babies. He got a song like "I Kill a Baby." It's just like dumb shit. Like he just turned stupid.
Oh, that reminds me of Mike Tyson. Didn't Mike Tyson say something about a baby once?
He said about eating somebody's children or something.
Yeah.
Mike crazy.
All right. Hey, last thing I want to ask you on this topic, what did you think of that documentary that Trap Lord Ross did? Man, that thing was at least 2.5 hours long, and a lot of it focused on your beef and your folks' beef and him in that documentary.
Yeah, because his case surrounded the homie, but that Trap La Ross dude, if I'm saying his name right, it seemed like he take his time and get his information right. You know what I'm saying? Because he bring up a lot of stuff that I don't hear people talk about like regularly. You know what I'm saying? You know, the bloggers, they state the obvious. He was saying little stuff like, I'm like, damn, I wonder where he heard that from.
Do you think he put out too much information, or was it already public information that he just dug up?
I think it's shit he dug up. He dug up, but I mean, it ain't nothing I think could get anybody locked up.
Okay. Mariah told me about meeting Red Bull's dad.
Oh, right.
What was that like when who actually had to tell Red Bull's dad of what happened? And what was that like back then?
I know I was at home because I overdid it the night before and I slept that whole day away. So like I'm getting up late, like in the wee hours. I done slept the day away, like I just said. Now I get a call from Red Bull phone and it's a female, and I don't know this girl. And she called my phone like, you know, he just got shot and he here in Carson with him. Like, who is this? But she don't want to tell me her name. She like, but he okay though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, who is this? She like, and then she just hung up. And I called Red Bull Pops. I'm like, man, somebody just called, said, you know, Davion got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, check on that. They said they on the way to this hospital. All right, boom. He get off the phone. Then, you know, I go up to the hospital, and then, you know, shortly after he was pronounced dead. But that I know I called him and told him the call I received. And I don't know who that was that called me from his phone.
To this day.
I don't know who that was.
Damn, that's crazy.
Right. And I don't know who else she called, but I'm like, that's crazy that she called me though.
So she basically had Red Bull's phone, went through the contacts, went straight to Munchie B and hit you up.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know who else she might have called either, but I know she called me and I called his dad.
Was it possible that Red Bull was telling her something while he was still alive, or was she there at the scene?
She had to be there at the scene. She called me, and she said, like, I'm saying she told me what hospital he was going to, and she was like, oh, but he all right though. You know what I'm saying? So maybe because he was like talking or whatever, but she was like, you know, all right, and I called his dad and related the message.
So why is it so difficult to find out who this female was if she had his phone?
I don't know who would I ask, like who the female was. You know what I mean? Because like when he got killed, he wasn't with no Inglewood family, despite what the internet say he was with. He went to the party by himself, first of all. Then he seen some people he knew. And then that's when they said the name, like Travis Harvey. He from Inglewood. He played football with him early on, like when it was kids. That was the one that was the NFL player. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the only name familiar with me. He got shot also and somebody else. But I don't know who I would ask. Like, who was that girl? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
So in that Trap Lord Ross documentary, he does say that that the Stinc team heard that a bunch of Inglewood families was at the party and they decided to leave. So that is inaccurate then. They
probably seen Red Bull and assumed the people he was with was from our hood, but it wasn't no other Inglewood families. It was just bro. He went there by himself. He drove there by himself.
Yeah, and I think Baby Dot cleared that up too. That he wasn't with the homies that night.
He was by himself.
Yeah. Well, man, that's part of the stress that doing these interviews do. I didn't know Red Bull like that. He wasn't one of my close friends, but the fact that I met him that day with you, and we doing an interview, and I captured his life on video, it does hurt. It has an impact on me when I find out a person passes. It ain't. This is not like fun and games. I had no relationship with Red Bull, but to find out that a homie got killed, and I was with him, and we documented him, and we talked a little bit about him. That does have it raises up my stress levels.
Yeah, and then like when you type in Davion Gregory now, it's all everything that relate to that pop up. But before then, it was all sports shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he ran track and he was well on his way to college, but he kept going to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, one of the things I remember from that first interview when we first met with you, Baby Dot, and Red Bull is that all of y'all was in prison at the same time?
I know me and Baby Doll was in the pen at the same time at once, and then, oh yeah, at the same time. Yep, because I was in Wasco, housed in the gym, and that's the only reception building on that yard, and the rest was like mainline, or it was like the other way around. But yeah, Red Bull used to come to the door and holler at me, slide me a wave cap and shit, 'cause, you know, I'm still in reception. He was on like that first building on the main line. Yeah, we was all in there at the same time.
And you was all in your 20s at that time.
Yep.
Youngsters.
I think Red Bull might have been like a teenager, like 19, 18.
Is there anything else that documentary got wrong that you want to clear up before we move on?
Man, that shit was like 2 hours long. I can't remember everything in it, but it seemed like he kind of nailed stuff, and you know what I mean. But you know, everybody referenced the county jail thing with me though, and they go draw their own conclusions or whatever. But other than that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I never thought that interview that we did was going to be used so many times, referenced so many times, reposted so many times.
I used it in the songs. Some little dude from I ain't gonna give they little hood a little shine, but he put a little part when I said I got shot in the head. You know, he started rapping. I'm like, check him out, man. He owe Alex some money, man.
Yeah, I don't sweat any of these guys. But yeah, they making their money. Even the Baby Stone Gorillas took a clip of mine, and they got over 1 million views on that video.
Shout out P4, man.
Yeah, is it P4K?
Yup, shout out P4.
Yeah, and that's another crazy interview I did. I would have never thought. This is a Nina Boy. For those who aren't tapped in with the Street TV YouTube channel, go tap in with that, and definitely go back. I got a nice little catalog of Munchie B interviews, but I did this interview with Nina Boy, and P4K had to be probably 15, where he's bailing through East Coast hood. And he tells Nina Boy, I'm from Black P-Stone. And then let's fast forward 5 or 6 years later, maybe 2021, 2022. When did that Baby Stone Gorilla song came out? About 2021, maybe.
Somewhere around there.
They take the clip off of that interview, throw it on their video, and that does over 1 million views.
Yeah, nah, see, you got a couple legendary interviews.
Yeah, I heard Adam22 once say that every time he searches, and I'm not quoting him verbatim, but every time he does a search on some gang stuff, I'm one of the first ones that pop up.
Because you cover gang culture. Who else supposed to pop up?
Yeah, but there's a lot of people I haven't covered. There's a lot of hoods I never covered. There's so many other. I probably tapped in with about 20% of LA County. There's probably like 80% that I haven't tapped in with. As deep as my catalog is, as how many years as I've been doing this, there's just so much more that hasn't been done or covered.
The notable hoods you tapped in with.
Yeah, I try to get all the notable hoods. Try to get all of them. I believe I'm the first and only person that has taken cameras into all 4 housing projects in in Watts. I hit the Nickersons, I hit the PJs, I hit the Grape Streets and the Haciendas, all 4 of them, and I hit the Pueblos. Name another person that has been to all 5 of those projects and did interviews, had cameras, been on the turf in all 5 of those projects. I can't think of anybody else.
You ain't got nobody from Avalon Gardens to interview?
I've never tapped in with the Avalon Gardens. That's one. See, there's one right there. Mm-hmm. Never. I've been to the projects before, just walking through there, taking pictures, getting graffiti, but never tapped in with an interview in the Avalon Garden. So I got that's on my bucket list. I got to get that in.
So that'd be the only project you mentioned out on that's a Blood or Crip project.
That is correct. Well, I want to tap in with the Mar Vista Gardens. I haven't tapped in with them because there was a time when the Venice Showlines controlled half of those projects before the Culver City Boys took it all over. So that's a 1990 story when the Culver City.
I heard about that.
Yeah, they used to share the projects and sell dope. The Culver City Boys had the front side. The Venice Showlines had the back side, I believe. I might got that reversed. But the city of LA decided to close the gate on one side, and it was the Venice Showline side.
So that don't really count, though. I'm talking about who actively in the projects right now, though.
Yeah, so I guess there's only 5 black projects then. You only counting the 4 in Watts and the Pueblos. Mm-hmm. I believe that'll be it, yeah. So,
Because it's a lot of people be calling they apartments projects and they ain't projects.
oh yeah, like
They just low income, bro.
like the Fruitown Brims called the University Gardens projects. That's privately owned, low income apartments.
The Wilmington Arms not projects.
Yeah, they're not. I did the Wilmington Arms though, but yeah, they're not projects either.
Right. What's in Long Beach?
Oh, the Carmelitos. I did the Carmelitos with Jabba. We had Jabba take.
Those projects?
Those are projects. That's official.
Okay, so you really did them all.
Yeah, I did the Carmelitos. That's official. But the blacks got history in Aliso Village back in the 60s and 70s. They don't have a presence today. But the East Coast, the First Street East Coast Crips come out of there. Also, there's a brim set that comes up out of there called the Aliso Village Brims. So
but it was brims everywhere back then.
Yeah.
Century brims, it was brims everywhere.
All right, man. I wanted to tap in with you regarding Geechi Gotti, man, because I know you guys got you guys have got an interview scheduled. Mm-hmm. How did Geechi Gotti get on your radar for an interview at least?
I know Geechi Gotti before he was even rapping. You know what I mean? Before I even know, well, at least I know he could rap. You know what I mean? I got relatives from over there, and then he been making noise. You know what I'm saying? He putting on for the West Coast as far as battle rappers, because I'm not really big on the battle rap scene and got too much knowledge of it. But as far as I know, who on the West Coast is battle rappers? I know Daylight from Grave Street. It might be one other. Then you got Geechi, and Geechi making noise.
Yeah, Geechi is the king of this right now.
Uh-huh.
And what's crazy is I did his first interview over there in the Grandees back in what was that, either 2015 or 2016.
Yep, I ran through it. Hack 3 and Bebe.
Yeah,
Baylo.
That he's Baylo to me. I'm calling him Geechi Gotti, but he's Baylo to me, and then he's Bebe as well. And you got a connection to his homie that was in that interview, Baby Hack.
Yeah, free him. He locked up right now. Baby Hack and Low Hack, them my relatives.
That's crazy because it seems like people are tied into all these hoods. It's like there's only like a certain amount of separation, regardless if you're blood or Crip. You're going to have a family member from the enemy side. You're going to have a family member from that side. You're going to be related to people over there if your roots are really here in this land.
Mm-hmm. No, for real. And
that's crazy that you tied in with because there's a whole nother tied into the east side and Family Swan that we ain't gonna get into that right now because we need a whole episode for that.
Oh yeah.
But you tied into the whole 8 Family Swan area.
Oh yeah, I'm an easty ass West Side kid. Like, I'm raised from Inglewood, but I was raised by East Siders. You know what I'm saying? Pops, uncles. You know what I mean?
And regarding Geechi Gotti, aka Baylo, I have a couple of his old mixtapes. I save everybody's mixtape, y'all. I save everybody's mixtape, and when he comes to do your interview, I'm gonna have him sign it because I don't think he signed it when he gave it to me. I'm gonna dig it out, and he had the No Studio in mixtape back in like the late 2016, sometime like that. Would you listening to that?
Oh, I didn't even know that. So that's where he got the name from his for his podcast, No Studio.
Yeah, No Studio. That was the name of his mixtape back in whatever year that was. I interviewed him.
Okay. No. I ain't even up on it.
I think that's it's a saying that he uses, No Studio.
Really, I didn't know he rap. I just know him from being a gang member. You know what I'm saying? So when he started with the battle rap thing, that's when I was made aware that he did music. You know what I'm saying?
No, but this was before the battle raps. He was putting out music the way you was putting out music.
I just know him as Bebe. You know what I mean? Like from Nutty. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the rap side of him.
Well, hopefully you get that story from him when he comes to the Rich at Heart podcast, because I'm interested to know how he went from putting out mixtapes to battle rapping, because that's two separate genres completely. And it's really not common here in LA area to be one to push the battle rap.
Right.
So I'm sure that was something he stumbled across, and hopefully he'll get that story. But right now, Geechi Gotti is going viral, man.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing.
He went in.
I've been hearing. He did that.
In fact, let me play a clip and then we'll talk about it. But can we set it up a little bit? Do you know a little bit about what he did? Let's set this clip up. For the listeners.
All right, to take it back a little bit, a couple months ago, Remy Ma got caught cheating, allegedly or whatever. And then whoever the dude was, I forget his name, Papoose whooped him out. All right, fast forward, Geechi Gotti battling the dude that Papoose whooped out, that Remy Ma cheated on Papoose with. And then here we go with this clip.
And actually, you're leaving out a very important part. Remy Ma is standing on the stage during this battle.
Right. When he's battling this dude that Papoose punched out, Remy Ma's right there ringside. She's right there.
All right, here we go.
15. That ain't no regular female, my nigga. That's his wife knocking you out compared to what he could have did to you. Nigga, that was life. And you not off the hook either. If you gon' cheat, at least cheat with a nigga that can fight. You know this ain't right. You know this ain't right. Come on, y'all know this ain't right. Hey, y'all know this ain't right. Remy, you are up here supporting the victim. We done had 6 Chrome events. 6 Chrome events. Papoose was at all of them. How come he ain't at this one?
That's a good ass question.
I want to tap in with that battle rap. I believe that's on the BR network. What's your first response to that, Munch?
If you got caught cheating with this dude, however long ago, and why you ringside at this dude battle if you allegedly didn't do what you was accused of doing? You know what I'm saying?
She still loving on him then?
They still sneaking and gigging for sure.
100%, huh?
Hopefully Papoose get on her, which I highly doubt he will, but hopefully get on her, bro.
Hey man, let me ask you, what do you think of this? They've been together a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when couples have been together a long time, they don't mind that one of the others stray away from time to time because they've already had enough of each other. It might not be as devastating as it may sound on the surface that, oh shoot, Remy Ma cheated on Papoose. Maybe Papoose ain't even tripping.
Well, why you beat the brakes off of him?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
And then on top of that, Papoose did 7 years with this girl. That's not typical for a man to hold a woman down in jail. It's usually the other way around. So, come on, bro.
Well, I would need to know more about why did Papoose beat on him, because maybe he's pillow talking. Maybe he did something that's outside the lines of any agreements that they may have had. Now, if it's strictly I'm beating on you because you cheat, because you was messing with my wife, okay. But I don't have enough information on what caused Papoose to put hands on that dude.
Papoose, man, he kind of coined this old black love thing. He run around with a hat on with black love on it. They got a song called Black Love. You held this girl down for 7 years straight. You already got kids prior, but this baby you got with her, you named the golden child. You put her on this high pedestal for her to go knock something else down. Nah, he ain't. It ain't a we been together thing, and she just straight away, nigga. You know, man, I doubt that.
So this is kind of reminiscent of the Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, and the August Alsina thing. It's almost like an identical situation to that.
No, not really, because they known to be like alleged swingers or something. You know what I'm saying? But I think that wasn't really. August is her son friend, bro. What's the Jaden Smith friend? And he came to stay with y'all, and you end up boning the little dude. You know what I'm saying? That's different. That's foul also.
Yeah, but why did August Alsina have to put it out there? He kind of like became a little rat. Just
you know, sometimes I think he might have caught feelings.
Now, how did it become public that Remy Ma was stepping out? That's important to know too.
It became public when he whooped on him. If he would have never whooped on him, it probably would have just been behind the scenes. But when he whooped on him and there's cameras around, then everybody know what's going on. But then she tried to come out and deny it, you know what I'm saying? All the charges, and then the dude, which I don't know his name, that got whooped on, he not denying that he dealt with her. He denying he didn't get beat up. That's what he denying.
Okay, nobody caught that on camera, obviously.
I thought I heard something like it's on camera, or did they get it taken down?
Easy to Block Captain. Is that his name?
That's his name.
Easy to Block Captain. Now, what in the heck made Geechi Gotti want to make this the theme of his battle rap with the guy while Remy Ma is standing right there? I think Geechi Gotti took this battle rap into a whole nother level.
He took full advantage. That was smart. You know what I mean? Then you know, battle rap is a disrespectful sport. You know what I mean? They do. I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? I couldn't do it. And then, you know, Remy come from battle rap. That's why, you know, everybody noticed that when he said it, she didn't even flinch. She was like, you know what I'm saying? She probably was kind of expecting it.
Yeah, how can you not?
Right.
With a guy like Geechi Gotti that is probably at the top of the game right now. He's gonna go for whatever's out there, he's gonna go for it.
Yeah, no, he wasn't gonna stall her out. You made it too easy for him. And you right there? Oh, he like, yeah. Stand right there, don't go nowhere. Watch this.
Now, one of these headlines that I was reading says Remy Ma leaves Papoose. Now, I don't know if that's official. Leaves Papoose for Easy to Block.
It might be the case because at the same battle, they say he like leaned in for a kiss and she kind of backed up and pointed to the cameras like, so like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And why is you like he said in that bar, whatever event that's called Chrome event, whatever he said, he been here all these years, why he ain't here today? But she here and you here why he battling this dude, the block dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe she is tired of Papoose. And, you know, man, these females don't like nice guys these days, dog.
Yeah, let me read you some of these headlines that just dropped in the last 24 hours. What did Geechi Gotti say about Remy Ma? Papoose cheating claims sparks debate. Another one, Remy Ma cheated on Papoose with the help, Tasha K says. Geechi Gotti calls Remy Ma out for cheating on Papoose, the source. Remy Ma's cheating allegations leave her unbothered. He loves me. I haven't read this one, but who do you think the he loves me is? Referring to
Papoose.
Papoose or the new? Okay.
Like he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, he loves me.
Let's toe up, bro.
Yeah, that is. That's from hot new hip hop. And one more here. There's one more here. The streets think Remy Ma allegedly cheated on Papoose with battle rapper. That ain't allegedly. It doesn't seem this is allegedly anymore. This is actual facts.
Oh, boy never denied it, but he denied getting whooped on. You know what I mean? Me, I would have lied and said I didn't touch her to you know what I'm saying, help her out in her relationship.
Now, I think what Geechi Gotti did on stage with having Remy Ma present, the dude that she cheated on as his opponent, I think is going to become classic and legendary in the years to come when people talk about this.
Oh, yeah, the price just went up for Geechi just off of this. You know what I mean? She wasn't too smart, though. If I was her, I wouldn't even been around during a battle. I just would have popped up after because I know it's an undercard and people battled before that. You could have been right there for that. You was basically a prop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, was she in on this?
I don't think so.
Because she set herself up in such a cold way. Are you that dumb, Remy?
I'm waiting on the Remy interview. I want to hear her speak.
Hey, Remy, if you're in Los Angeles, you could tap in with Rich at Heart for the interview, or you could tap in with Streets and Scholars if you're local. If you're in LA, I know you're in New York probably. But,
pull up.
Yeah, pull up. Let you tell your story.
Unbiased podcast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we can have Geechi Gotti pull up.
Oh yeah. He on the calendar. He's supposed to be pulling up. I'm gonna ask him all about this.
Yeah, definitely his prices went up. He's at the top of the food chain when it comes to battle rap, and this just elevated him. And what's crazy is I think that Geechi Gotti has reached a level of success. I don't want to say on a Nipsey Hussle level, but he's damn near that close.
On a battle rap side of things, yeah.
Yeah, because he could take this battle rap in which he's already done and parlay this into other things. He's got his podcast. He's got his merch. This is going to put him up there on that level. And if he keeps it up, he's probably going to go down as the greatest battle rapper in California history. Because this is a hard thing. We don't do this out here as much as they do it in Chicago, New York, on the East Coast.
Right.
And he's beating most of the East Coast battle rappers. He's outdoing most of the people where they come from, where this is more common.
Yeah, like I said, I don't got a gang of intel on battle rap, but he got a couple belts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I hope I can't wait to listen to your interview, which is upcoming. We haven't done it yet, so don't look it up yet. But hopefully that'll be, if it happens, it'll be dropping probably a week from this interview.
Right.
Yeah. So hopefully, and I know Geechi Gotti got a crazy busy schedule, man. How are you able to navigate his crazy busy schedule and get him to pull up?
I tapped in with him and I tried to get him like probably last week, but he was in Atlanta, and that might have been where that battle was at. I don't know, but he was in Atlanta, so he couldn't pull up. But he busy, but we gonna get him in.
All right, man. So I look forward to that. Now, what we just learned yesterday is that your boy Tory Lanez, Daystar Paterson, he caught the chain. And he is currently in Delano. But of course, most of the people who look this up, they're going to see North Kern State Prison. But we call it Delano.
Mm-hmm.
What is he going through right now? He just barely been in Delano for 24 hours. You've been through this whole process before. What is this like to get transferred from the Los Angeles County Jail to reception?
You ain't got the communication you had where he came from in the county jail. He could hop on the phone when he feel like it and call. You know what I mean? When you in reception, it's pen to paper. You basically just writing. You know what I mean? And I believe you could get a visit like 30 minutes behind the window, versus when you get to the main line, you be out there for about like 5-6 hours, like contact visits. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this reception time gonna probably be rocky for him. You know what I mean? But when he get to the main line, they get better. You know, he married. He could set up his family visits and, you know, do his thing.
Now, when he was in the LA County Jail, he was in high power, so he never had any interaction with any of the people in the county jail. So he wasn't in there catching fades. He wasn't in there having to deal with anything. Does that change now that he's at Delano?
Well, since he was in high power, going to reception, he gonna have a little bit more freedom where he at right now versus where he was like in high power, just solitude. You know what I'm saying?
But I think he preferred it that way though. So I don't think he wanted to interact and deal with any of the inmates.
You think he preferred it that way?
I do. I believe that. I heard from some people that he was talking to that he's real scared in there, like literally nervous. So if you're scared, that means you just don't want to deal with people. Can he get that same level of protection when he gets to, and I'm saying protection, high power is a level of protection, whether you ask for it or not. They put like Mexican mafia dudes in high power because they don't want them interacting with everybody else.
All right.
But what is it going to be like for him now at Delano?
As far as reception, some parts of Delano prison, they got the cells. You house in the cell your whole reception time, and then some of them you got dorms. You know what I mean? And I doubt he'd go to a dorm. They gonna put him in the cell, and he'd come out for child to eat. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when he could intermingle with people, watch a little TV or whatever. But you know, I mean, since you said he preferred to be in the cell because he, you know what I'm saying, don't want to interact with other people, he probably just stay in the cell all day as far as that goes.
Do you think that he might be a target for anything while he's at reception from some of the other dudes that are in there?
He rich, so somebody will try to get up under him, and you know what I'm saying, and probably I don't want to say extort, but you know what I mean, buddy him, you know what I'm saying, reap the benefits. But man, he might go to like a PC or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I hope he don't though.
Yeah, well,
I hope he don't, cause people rock with Tory Lanez, and a lot of people don't like how what the outcome was. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody looking to beat Tory Lanez up or anything like that though. But you know, you got vultures and stuff. That's, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Tory Lanez, a millionaire, like, you know what I'm saying? But I think you know what I'm saying? Depending on how he carry himself, he should be straight.
Now, we had talked about this before off camera about he might get that 65 or 66%. as opposed to the 85%. I looked it up, and the CDC says they haven't determined his release date yet. So it's going to be, I don't know, a few days, or maybe a week or so before they put that on there. But what do you think he might get that 65%?
66, yup, because laws changed and 85 went down to 66 and halftime went down like 33. You know what I mean? So when he get, and then, you know, like the point system, if you married, that drops some points down. You got a high school diploma, drop some points down. What else? It's like they go ask you these questions when you're in reception, and depending on how you ask the prison priors and all that, he ain't got none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't gonna be like, well, I don't know, he discharged the weapon. Well, he ain't gonna be on no level 4 or nothing like that though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Could he be on a level 3?
Yeah, possibly a level 3.
Now, after he was convicted, his baby mama from years ago, who he hadn't even been with, he hasn't been with her in a relationship. He recently married her. Why do you think he married his baby mama, who he wasn't even with before?
Because that's probably his most recent relationship. Other than that, he just swinging around knocking stuff down. Like he was hitting Megan and stuff like that. It wasn't nothing serious, none of these females. That's probably his last real relationship. So he'll go back to what he's familiar with. You know what I'm saying?
But why marry her though?
Because when you get to prison, you could have them family visits and have sex, see your kids, things like that.
So a baby mama you cannot have sex with a baby mama.
You gotta be married.
Gotta be married.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So he get them family visits. He get his rocks off and stuff like that. And hopefully he get another shot at the appeal, because there's a lot of inconsistencies as far as I know, like why he should have like at least got a hung jury. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I was in that trial, and after it was all over, for me, I didn't feel like there was any inconsistencies. I understood why the jury convicted him, because his defense attorney said that he's not the shooter, someone else was the shooter. So now you forced the jury to pick who really was the shooter.
But it wasn't no GSR on him, and it was GSR on other people. You know what I mean? And then it was too many inconsistencies as far as statements go from everybody.
Well, there was GSR both on Tory and Kelsey. They both had GSR.
Okay, I didn't know it was no GSR on Tory, but it's still a lot of inconsistencies. I would have thought, like, based on that Kelsey was like kind of like shaky on her testimony, that'd be like null and void, you know what I'm saying?
Well, her testimony was definitely shaky, but her September statement to prosecutors a few months before trial, that shit wasn't shaky at all. She gave the whole story from beginning to end, from being at Kylie Jenner's house all the way to when they got pulled over. And that of course, she went against that statement when she testified, but as a juror, you're saying to yourself, okay, she's sounding shaky up here. She definitely don't want to testify against Tory. The prosecution played the statement. They rocking with the statement that they played.
And then there's a dude that seen everything from the balcony. And then he said things that went in Tory's favor. They went on break, and I guess the prosecution side hollered at him. He came back with a whole different tune. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, he said things that were favorable to both sides. He did say that he saw gunshots coming from the female. Flashes. He saw a muzzle flash coming from the female. That guy was all over the place. So I don't know how much weight the jury even gave that guy. You could actually get rid of that whole guy and you still have enough evidence.
Okay, so jury instructions say it's like reasonable doubt. They put any doubt in your mind, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me ask you this, Munch. You've heard of a lot of cases. A lot of people went to trial.
Right.
3 people in this trial put the gun in Tory's hand. Have you ever heard of 3 witnesses putting the gun in someone's hand and they still beat the case? I can understand maybe 1 witness, you beat the case. 2 witnesses. You had 3 witnesses putting the gun in his hand. Bussin'. Of course, Megan Thee Stallion. Kelsey says it in the statement. And then, of course, the crazy white guy on the balcony. So,
and then 2 out of 3 of them people that said it switched their stories up.
So if you're a juror, you're probably giving them a hung
jury for sure.
You know what? I actually feel like I probably would have leaned towards a hung jury, but I'm not mad that they found him guilty. I see, because you only got to pick between Kelsey and Tory, and there's barely any evidence that Kelsey was the shooter. So that means by default you have to pick Tory. This is a trial where you have to pick somebody as the shooter because that's the way the defense presented it. They used what's called a third-party culpability defense. My guy didn't do it, but she did. You know, and basically when you're doing third-party culpability, you better have enough evidence that this other person is the shooter if you want to beat this case. And I don't think they presented enough to make the jury believe Kelsey shot.
So Kelsey saying that her and Megan did get a fit. Well, she referred to it as a bump. We bumped, like,
Yeah.
So y'all did get physical. That's one. For two, you did have GSR on you. Whether y'all both had it or not, you had it also. You had it on you. So that ain't enough.
Well, you have to balance that with all the stuff the prosecution had for Tory. You have a text message you sent to Megan apologizing. You have
Yeah, he crazy, man. He shouldn't have been doing that.
You have a phone call from jail to Kelsey apologizing. You got the gun that's found warm to the touch in your area in the SUV. You have inconclusive DNA, meaning you can't say it's his, you can't say it's not. So that doesn't help. What else? The prosecution outlined all these things. They had like a PowerPoint where they named all these things. Then they had Kelsey's, the things that you said for Kelsey. And it's just too much in Tory's direction. And I'm sure you'll say, well, he could have been apologizing in that phone call for smashing them.
Because he had dealings with both of them in a sexual way, you know what I'm saying? So, like, him saying he's sorry, like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't say he was sorry for busting on nobody. He just said he was sorry, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, but then there's
He could have been saying he was sorry to Megan because he was trying to get up on the Kylie girl.
Yeah, I mean,
he could have been telling Kelsey he's sorry because he was dealing with Kelsey, but she didn't know that he was spanking down Megan. So he got reasons to why he could have been saying sorry to both of them.
Yeah, we've heard all of those explanations by the defense. Also, there was these bribes that we heard from two witnesses. Megan said that the guy was offering money. Kelsey says in that September statement that he was offering money not to say anything to the police when they pull us over. So it just seemed like most of the guilt leaned toward Tory.
All right.
But I ain't hating. If he would have got hung, if I were on the jury, I probably would have said I need a little bit more evidence. I need a little bit more evidence to put that guilty on someone. But I understand why that jury said guilty. I think the prosecution really outlined that it's no other person. Kelsey's not the shooter.
How many women was on that jury?
It was a lot of women. I think.
See, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was. I want to say 7 out of the 12 were women. So what do you think's gonna happen to him at reception? He gets his points are determined, and then after that he gets sent to where?
I go give him 2 options of what pen he go be endorsed to, and then when they call him, like, roll it up, you up out of here. Like, you change up and go to the main line. But you know, the pen changed since I've been there. They got tablets and all that, you know what I'm saying?
So how many days does this process take from he just got there yesterday to where he's going to get assigned one of these 2 penitentiaries?
Oh yeah, you got to wait for the counselor to come see him. That's going to be a minute. He gonna be waiting. I don't know. It be varying. Like, sometimes it be taking longer than others. I forget how long I took to see the counselor. I was waiting like, man, when he go, I'm ready to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get this show on the road. But when the counselor see him, and they go let him know what 2 prisons is the option, you know what I'm saying? His points and, you know what I'm saying, then what level prison and stuff like that.
Okay, and if he was sentenced to 10 years, if he gets that 66%, let's just say 6 years, we'll just average it to 6. Can he get anything else knocked off that 6 years for good behavior, for programs?
I don't know how much time credit he got, so you go add the time credit, and then, like, you got stuff in there you could do it, like, I wonder if they still got, like, milestones. Like, you'll take a class and get some, you know what I'm saying, some little weeks and stuff like that knocked off, though, if they still got milestones in here, you know what I'm saying?
So let's say they do got some milestones. Of this 6 years, from your experience, how much can these milestones knock off your time?
like, all right, when I was in the pen, like, I go to school, and then every time you take a test and you test out, you get some milestone credits. And I was like, I think it was like a couple weeks at a time.
Oh,
you just gotta keep. You know
they feed you to the little credits weeks at a time.
Yeah, but you gotta be in the right prison that do that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You might be in a pen that don't do that.
And is the CDC required to protect you from other prisoners? Because I hear it all the time. People be getting killed in the CDC. I mean, you can go do a search on this. At least 10 or 15 people have been killed in the California state prison system in the last 3 or 4 years. So obviously they can't stop this from happening. But are they required, or that's just not their job?
They required because, say, me and Alex on the yard, we get it in. You know, we'll go to the program office and we go sign a marriage chronicle. So we could both we go back to the same yard. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? So we sign that because now you're going back together. So if something happen, it ain't on us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So they're trying to relieve themselves of any liability if something happens between me and you if we go back on the yard.
Right, because we done did it up on the yard. We done fought. We had an altercation. Now, is y'all good to go back? Oh, yeah, we good. Y'all sure? All right, sign this. Boom, sign the marriage chronicle, then you go back.
So if I say, nah, I ain't good. I ain't good with Munch.
They go send you to another yard, and I'm gonna stay where I'm at, or
you get to stay and I get sent,
or wherever where they feel like doing it. They go split us up. But you know, if we gangsters, like, man, it's good. We handled our business. We go sign. We go back.
Yeah, because if you representing your area, you ain't supposed to be telling no prison official, nah, I got an issue with Munch.
No, hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Well, you know, I hope Tory Lanez is able to maintain his sanity while he's in there. I know that we know people that have done far more time than the 5 or 6 years he's going to do, but any time is a lot of time. You know, from my perspective, if you got to sit down for a year, that's a lot of time. Especially
for him, he rich. He ain't used to doing no time. He went from a mansion to being a high power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and now he's about to go to what they call the big house. And do you have any idea of what 2 prisons he might be assigned? Because there's 30 prisons. Is that impossible?
A lot of them celebrities go to CMC.
Okay.
Like back then, that's where Suge Knight was. Like, not this time, but you know what I'm saying? Back then, he went to CMC, and I heard stories he bought cable for the whole yard. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got cable. I don't know how he pulled that off, but like a lot of them, because that's that CMC. I can't imagine they got keys to the cell. Like, I don't know. That's crazy to me, but like a lot of celebrities go to CMC.
Now I remember when DeAndre Bonds, the actor, was in prison. He was in Ironwood, and he didn't PC up.
Yeah, he did eventually.
Oh, eventually he did.
Yeah, that was the prison I was in.
Did you ever cross paths with? I think he was.
No, I wasn't there when he was there.
Okay.
But I heard a story, something like he told somebody like, I'm not a gangster, I just play one on TV or something like that.
But that's true though. He never banged a day in his life.
Yeah, he was raised in the Swans. He didn't bang from what I know, but you ain't gotta go PC, bro. I don't respect that from nobody.
I thought but I know he was walking the main line for a while, but I guess something happened. I think it was just too much for him to deal with.
Right.
At some point. And he's a little dude, and he don't got no backing. He don't got the backing of IFG. He don't got the backing of a hood, you know?
But it's been celebrities that go to jail and they be cool, man. I mean, I know Drew Down ain't considered like a A-list celebrity, but Drew Down was all in the county jail, mainlining.
Oh yeah, Drew Down crazy though.
Come on, man, Trey D was in the county jail, mainlining. And then when Trey D go to the penitentiary, he got it for the Long Beach card. He you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with the definitely.
Trey D a gangster, like I don't respect nobody going PC.
But what if it's somebody like a Tory Lanez though?
I don't respect it because you was out here violent as hell. You just punched on August Alstain before you went in.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
He was trying to be a little gangster when he was out here.
So keep that same energy.
All right, man. All right, let me tap in with one more thing here. There's a new documentary that's just dropping today on TUBI about Eric Holder trial, the Nipsey Hussle Eric Holder situation. And what's crazy is Eric Holder is in Delano right now, where Tory Lanez is at. But I think, here's a question I got. Eric Holder already went through the whole reception process, but they assigned him to stay in Delano, I guess on another yard. So Delano also serves as a prison as well.
It's a reception and they got a main line. Yep.
Yeah. So do you know if that main line is a PC main line in Delano?
They got PCRs on in all prisons these days because, you know, they overpopulating the GP.
Yeah.
And that's why all these 50-50 yards is coming about now because it's getting out of hand.
Yeah, I haven't been able to figure out what happened to Eric Holder. I heard a couple rumors on the internet, but I can't confirm them, so I can't really speak on that. I will try to find out what Eric Holder's status is, what prison yard he's in. But he's in Delano, where Tory Lanez just landed in reception, and a brand new documentary called Behind the Crime just dropped on TUBI. And let me play a short little clip, and we'll talk about it real quick. This is from the TUBI page.
Cowboy testified that when Eric...
Let me pause real quick. Let me also just say that I'm actually in the documentary. They interviewed me for this documentary because I was in the trial. I covered the trial extensively. So I'm playing a clip of me.
In that conversation that Eric Holder and Nipsey Hussle had. Cowboy testified that when Eric Holder and Nipsey Hussle was having that conversation, that Nipsey Hussle brought up the topic of paperwork. Paperwork meaning that there's information regarding Eric Holder cooperating in a previous case. When you use the term paperwork, you're implying that snitching has occurred. Cowboy testified that it really wasn't a snitch conversation. In fact, Nipsey never said snitch. So he was trying to downplay the severity of that conversation while the defense was saying, wait up, this can get you killed, can get you hurt, can get you beat, can't it? So did Cowboy want to kind of protect Nipsey? During Cowboy's testimony, I would say that he was definitely downplaying the snitch/paperwork conversation because he just didn't want to make Nipsey look bad. He didn't want to make it look like the last thing that Nipsey did in his life before he was killed was question some low-life guy about paperwork.
All right, we'll stop it right there. That's a short clip, and I know you got an opinion on...
I disagree with your opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Let me just explain a little bit more of my opinion. I felt that Cowboy had so much love for Nip that he didn't want to be in court basically saying that this, celebrity rapper that is at the top of his game is actually out there politicking with this dude that really doesn't even hold nothing in the neighborhood. And because of that politicking, he got smoked. I don't think Cowboy wanted to really kind of show that's how he went out. I think he wanted to just give Nipsey Hussle a better representation. So he basically said he didn't say anything about snitching, and he downplayed it for those reasons. What is your position on that?
And just a disclaimer, because every time I say anything on the subject of Nipsey or whatever, it hit different or whatever. But this ain't no disrespect to nobody or whatever. It's just my opinion. But as far as Cowboy go, he know that the snitch conversation was a pivotal part of the case. And not decide whether it's murder one or manslaughter. Manslaughter carry what?
15 to life. 15 to life, man. No, manslaughter actually doesn't even carry life.
It's like 11 or 12
11
years.
Is the max on a manslaughter.
All right, and also in that same documentary, they said he was the second most valuable witness. You know what I mean? And the only people that could sit in on the snitch conversation would have been Rand Paul, which he didn't come. You know what I mean? Kerry Lathan wasn't there at the time in the conversation, so he was important to the prosecution. And Eric Holder they know that he killed them. You know what I mean? He not denying that he did that. His thing was that on top of that, he got mental health problems for one, and then a crime of passion because you called him a snitch, and that could get you hurt out here, and that's the reason why he did what he did. And he just knocked down that whole defense by saying he never had that conversation to that degree. So I think that was his whole mission, because he didn't want the dude to get back out. You know what I mean? That was his way of getting justice for his friend.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So as opposed to what I said, he just wanted to clean up Nipsey and not have him look like he was doing some street shit in front of the world. You're saying, nah, he went in there to make sure that Eric Holder got convicted for first degree as opposed to getting that manslaughter.
Right.
Okay.
Right, exactly. Because, I mean, without that conversation, what you got?
Well, you know what? Both could be true.
Because what's the young lady name?
Bernita Nicholson.
She said that she heard something about a snitch conversation.
Yeah, Cowboy's reaction to that will be she only heard 1 minute of the 4-minute conversation.
So it did get brought up, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
he wanted to knock that down. He wanted to knock their defense down, you know what I mean?
Well, you know what? I agree with you, but I also agree with me. I think both could be true. That I think Cowboy has so much love for Nip. He didn't want a documented court case to focus on Nipsey Hussle politicking another guy from '60s over some paperwork.
That wouldn't have did nothing to his legacy. They still gonna look at Nipsey Hussle the way they look at him. You know what I mean?
Correct. The streets ain't gonna look at him, but the outsiders are gonna be like, "Damn, this guy's a multi-million-dollar rapper, and he's politicking this nobody over paperwork."
They saying the same thing about him being in his parking lot, being a multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Why was he there? Not, you know what I'm saying? They go say something regardless, but he knocked down the defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Eric Holder, he turned himself into one of them little cuckoo places. The defense knew what they approached, and he attacked it.
Yeah, in the documentary, they talk about him turning himself into that facility. I believe they said that someone in his family told him to turn himself in there so that you could peacefully surrender to the police. Because you know how the LAPD is, man. They might just air you out if they think you got a strap. If they just heard you had 2 straps, you just shot Nipsey with 2 straps, they on high alert. They might just kill you if they find you first. So he decided, let me turn myself in, let me find them as opposed to them finding me, because shoot, how many killings? Hey, you said
I don't think he had nowhere to go. And when he turned himself in, he had the same clothes on.
Yeah, I mean, he could have just walked into a police station. If you're gonna turn yourself in, you could walk into a police station with your hands up and say, "Hey, I want to surrender myself."
But where did he walk into?
A mental health facility.
That part, the whole defense. He turned himself into a mental health place, which I heard he got a history of having mental health problems. And then they wanted to say the snitch conversation triggered him. You know what I'm saying? Because that will get you hurt out here.
Yeah, I think that that might have been strategic, but is he that smart? He
was advised to do that.
Yeah, he was. So, hey, it's going to be an interesting documentary on TUBI. It's called Behind the Crime. I'm in it. You'll see interviews from the defense attorney. You'll see interviews from the prosecutor. Detective Cedric Washington is interviewed. He's the lead detective. And there's a couple other folks in it. So tap in with that on TUBI. And where can they tap in with you, Munchie B?
Y'all can tap in with me on Instagram. It's MB_the mayor. It's MB_THA mayor. And same thing on Twitter. Just tap in.
Have you ever had an issue where Instagram was suspending your account over the years?
I can't monetize no more.
Can you go live on your Instagram?
I go live. They suspended that for a minute where I couldn't do that, but I can't monetize no more because Crip Mac little sidekick, she reported one of my posts. Now I can't monetize no more.
Yeah, Instagram been tripping, man.
They're too sensitive.
Yeah, they're super sensitive, and also with Facebook because it's all owned by the same company. I lost one of my Instagram accounts, street.television. If there's anybody else out there that knows how to get back accounts, please tap in with me. I'd love to get that account. I had 50,000 followers on that one, and they just zapped it. But hopefully I'll get that one back. But yeah, tap in with Munchie on Instagram. And also
help me get the right to monetize back, man. Come on, dude.
Oh yeah, we'll figure that out. We got to figure this stuff out because Instagram they're out of control, man. We trying to do business over here, and they're impeding our progress with some of their little rules and regulations.
Right.
All right. Also, make sure you tap in with Munchie B's podcast, Rich at Heart with Mariah Hayes, and you can find me at StreetTV on the YouTube channel, and eventually we will drop some video clips of this episode that you're listening to now on the StreetTV YouTube page. You could also tap in with me at Alex Alonso 101 both on Twitter and Instagram. And thanks for listening to another fire episode of Streets and Scholars.